Hello, this is a follow-up on a video today where I was discussing about batteries that are safe. These hyper batteries, hyper juice batteries are safe. They have thermal protection on them, so if they had a problem, then these are very expensive, these older ones. But I trust these because let me turn this down. These have I've taken these apart, plenty of these apart, and they got good batteries in them. The common problem with these are they've been in the rain, and the unit has a protection, multitudes of protection built in it, and it works. Like I said, this one I've been using it. I've been using it a lot. Since I got it, since I was 2 to 3 years old. Never had a problem with it, and I had it outside. The problem is with the cheaper ones, not this brand right here, they don't have no thermal guard on them. So you wouldn't want to use them in a hot car or in a parked car or a van that's hot and super hot, and that's the damage. That's when the damage takes place when they use them in a hot environment. These have a shut off where if this detects heat, these power banks are great, perfect. And aluminum to dissipate the heat too. It helps it keep it cool inside, keep the batteries in a cool environment. That's what I like about these, and I bought a ton of these. Never had a problem with the hyperjuice batteries. The only problem I ever had with these batteries are I bought them used where the water, people had them in purses, and look at this is a beat up one that I bought off of eBay, and it works. I have no problem with them. And when it start giving me an indication that the battery's not fully charging or able to charge, then I will take it apart and take the batteries out of it and discard the other batteries in a safe way. I must say that, safe way, for longer purpose. I have other power banks that I can take the batteries out of this, and I have been putting them into other power banks to keep keep them out of landfills. But a lot of these power banks don't have thermal protection on them. This is one expensive. Well, I found these more expensive ones do have them. I'm very impressed with them. And even that little one right there has a protection in it, and it lets you know when it's overheating, or it tells you what's going on in the screen. Some of them, like this one, doesn't tell you when it's overheating. It just stops charging. Okay, I'm fine with that. As long as it has a thermal, some kind of thermal. It doesn't have to have like 20 places of a thermal, but it has the measurements of what is safe and not safe. And if it's overheating, it won't allow you to charge it up. So what I'm just explaining to you, you want to get something that is safety. So if you have it in your pocket or you keep it in your car, like I had these in the cars, I never had a problem. Another one I had in the car was the Gold Zero one, the 50s and the 100s. They have safety built on them, and the other ones have safety and built. But those older ones, the newer ones, you can't put them in a car. They tell you not to keep them in the car because the fans come on automatically to cool this thing off, and they overheat, and you could damage the battery. You have to have plenty of air circulation around a power bank. And I found most of these power banks I'm finding in the street for sale or offline. You have the only way to really truly know if it's a good battery bank is to take it apart, and that's you're destroying the battery. And you waste your time checking out. It's best just going into a brand new one, and don't get overcharged for batteries. I see the manufacturers where they did have issues with them. They cheap out and replace the batteries out of them, but you can still get the used one. Remanufactured means they corrected a problem with the batteries. I put new battery packs in them. I use battery packs and measurements, and you don't know what you're getting. There's nothing. I'm not saying there's something wrong with it, but you want to be aware of what's going on and what you put in a hot car. The Gold Zero new ones, I would not put in the car because I seen them the fans heat up. But then they give you warning that you know that it's overheating. But as long as it's not charging or in use, you don't have a problem. I found that they do, if you do use them, you know, they can't overheat if they don't have air circulating around them in an enclosed car. It's not no battery bank is safe in the car. It's best to just shut it off. As long as you have a temperature where air could pass through it on top of it, you're cool. And I see people keep them in small areas, enclosed areas where the air can't circulate and overheat them. That's another factor that you have to worry about. My main concern is to tell you that things like this one right here, they're good. They have thermal protection in them. So, I don't want to keep on saying this thing over again. Thank you. God bless.